Boomer Sooner, guys, I have a recruiting update for y'all, including a prediction. We're going to talk about it. It's exciting news for the 2024 class for the Oklahoma Sooners. So, if you guys haven't already, make sure you hit that like, you hit that subscribe button, and you're joining the discussion because we're going to jump right into the news. And the news is the recruiting trail for 2024, it's not over. And I'm going to start off by saying I am going to predict that Eddy Pierre-Louis ends up as a part of the Oklahoma Sooners 2024 class. A four-star inside offensive lineman, the number 241st ranked player in the 247 composite rankings, has been a hot target for Oklahoma and Oklahoma fans for a while. And I'm going to show you guys a video on why Eddy Pierre-Louis is just so coveted. But Eddy is one of those guys where he's just a freak athlete. And his brother, Richard, was a former top 247 recruit that started over 40 games at Florida before declaring for the NFL draft. So Eddy Pierre-Louis comes from a family where they know how to compete at the highest level. Eddy Pierre has over 49 offers across the country. I want you guys to hear that again. 49 offers. The 6'3", 335-pound offensive lineman out of Tampa, Florida. A couple months ago, you saw crystal balls and predictions flow in for Eddy, but nothing really came of it. Everybody's predictions have stayed the course, but you haven't seen the fruits of it. Well, I'm here to tell you, I think this recruitment's about to come to an end. We're about to hit early signing day, and I expect you either hear from Eddy Pierre on early signing day or maybe a little bit before. But the question is that some of you might ask yourselves, why should I be so excited for Eddy Pierre? Well, watch this video. Eddy Pierre is this guy right here. See my little cursor. Look at him. 6'3". How much did he weigh? 335 pounds. 6'3", 335 pounds. I just want you guys to think about that again. I'm going to say it one more time. 6'3", 335 pounds. Keeping up with some of those skinny boys. Look at that. You don't see very many offensive linemen doing that. You just don't. And so, Eddy Pierre-Louis adding project line. Can we call it project line? Where Bill is, he gets all these guys in here on this offensive line, and he gets 3 stars. He gets lower end 4-star guys, and he builds them up. Great NFL prospects. And you might see it this year with Andrew Rain leaving. You might see Guyton go to the NFL draft. You're going to see Walter Ralph. That's the other thing. You see offensive linemen come out of the transfer portal who end up at Oklahoma to develop their careers so that they can go make first, second, third round type money. And so Eddy Pierre-Louis, he gets in Bill Bedenbaugh. Gosh dang! This video, it's absolutely it's fantastic. But you get Eddy into a system with Jerry Schmidt and Bill Bedenbaugh, and you would expect him to be a pick when he goes out to be NFL draft eligible. Now, why would this be a huge win for the University of Oklahoma? Well, if you're Oklahoma, but the Gators got 8 visits, UCF got 5 visits, and for a long time, Oklahoma looked at UCF as their rival in this recruitment. UCF was the school you were going to problem. And then late, you really started to see a surge in Miami and Oregon. But Oklahoma only got 1 visit, and it was his official visit in June. Eddy Pierre-Louis was not taking the other visit. Every time we were told to be at Oklahoma, he didn't show up. Every time we were told to be at UCF, he didn't show up. The one time he was supposed to be at Oregon, he didn't show up. And so everybody naturally asked themselves, what's going on with the kid? And everybody kind of marked themselves, marked Eddy off the list for themselves. I'm here to tell you, I don't think that's the case. I think you're going to see Oklahoma win this commitment, and I think all of the fans that were calling for Bill Bedenbaugh's head, those voices are going to get a little quieter because we talked about it. Heading into 2025, you have a list of elite prospects that you're going to see Bill Bedenbaugh go after. Ty Haywood, Lamont Rogers, Michael Fasusi. You got Andrew, and I believe it's pronounced Babaloa. You just recently got a commitment from Owen. Yeah, Oklahoma's offensive line, although 2024 wasn't the year that you just recruited at an elite level, it's not like there were a ton of elite offensive linemen in this class. And regardless, I would still tell you the 2024 recruiting class for Oklahoma was still a very good recruiting class. And you might think I'm a little crazy. You guys might think I'm a homer because, well, I'm creating Oklahoma content. So why would I not say that their class was good? Well, they got a guy by the name Isaiah Autry at the tackle position at 6'7", 300 pounds. Daniel Akinkumi, a prospect from across the pond that's very new to the game of football, that is, I think, got a lot of potential to develop and potentially be a when he graduates high school, we look back and say, yeah, that kid probably could have been a five-star if he would have played a couple years before he actually got into this recruiting class. Then you got Eugene Brooks, who's a four-star offensive lineman, top 175 player in the country out of Sierra Canyon, California. 6'4", 320 pounds, absolutely massive human being. And then you go into your own state and get a guy like Josh Isosa out of Edmond, Santa Fe, Edmond, Oklahoma, 6'3" and a half, 305 pounds. And I've been out there. I've seen Josh in person. And let me tell you, the dude's straight pancaking people. So regardless, I look at it and say, Oklahoma's got some decent offensive linemen in this class. And I expect that Bill Bedenbaugh is going to shape and he's going to mold these offensive linemen. And you're going to see a really good offensive line. I think we're going to look back at this 2024 class for Oklahoma and say this was a very good class. I think you got multiple guys that could be NFL type talent. Maybe a guy or two that could be first or second round talent. Now, it might not be 3-year starters, but you might have a guy on here or a couple guys that are gonna be 2 or 1-year starters before they hit the league. I think it's a very well possibility. So, guys, I wanna hear from you, and I wanna hear what y'all's thoughts are. Do you think Eddy Pierre-Louis is going to be a part of this class for the Oklahoma Sooners in 2024? Do you agree with my prediction? And if you have not already, go ahead and hit that like and hit the subscribe button.